to help guide our friends from LBRMO, the committee report is 57 million.
Yes,
We propose an amendment of 30 million. So right now, the chairperson stated that now it's 87 million, which means that our proposal was carried.
Mr. President, it's still 57 million, Mr. President.
So
I think the 80 million is a different account, Mr. President.
So meaning to say, Mr. President, it is the same as the committee report. So, Mr. President, the committee do not believe that we need to increase our assessors, Mr. President?
Well, Mr. President, that is the NEP recommendation, Mr. President. And so we continue to adopt the NEP recommendation, Mr. President.
Despite, Mr. President, during the let me just I respect the decision of the chair, but let me also put into the records that during the interpellations, the chair and the secretary of TESDA actually agreed that we need to expand the number of accredited assessors. Let me just put that into the records. Mr. President, what about the scholarship program for incumbent child development workers, Mr. President? Which the chair also agree that we need to adjust, Mr. President. May we know if it was adjusted from the...
Yes, Mr. President, for in the GAB, it's zero. Actually, in the NEP, it's zero. We added 226 million, Mr. President.
I'm sorry, how much?
226 million, Mr. President.
So it did not change again, Mr. President?
In the NEP, it's zero.
Again, my basis, Your Honor, and if the LBRMO staff would listen to this representation, my basis is the committee report that we discussed during the yes, interpellations and debate. So please don't feed our chairman data coming from the NEP, because I'm already talking about the committee report that we discussed during the period of interpellations and the reason why this representation proposed an amendment. And yes, we just wanted to find out kung pasok po o hindi. So hindi po kasama, Mr. President. Last but not the least, Mr. President, is our proposal to put in scholarship program for AI upskilling. Kasama pa rin po ba ito? Because in the committee report that we discussed, zero po yun, and we propose to increase the budget.
Yes, it's included, Mr. President. It's part of the 1.8 billion that was added, Mr. President.
So it was carried, Mr. President?
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
That one I'm sure because I remember reading it, Mr. President.
Last but not the least, Mr. President, what about the provisions that we introduced, Mr. President? Is the chairman amenable to that? Carving the budget, for example, for the Tulong Trabaho Fund for our AI and for our TVET.
Actually, Mr. President, we conferred with TESDA. Yung buong amount na yun is for EBET, Mr. President. So we added a special provision na yung amount na allocated gagamitin din po sa EBET. We carried it but we modified it a bit, Mr. President.
So meaning to say it was carried,
yes, Mr. President.
I think it's very important, Mr. President, just to put on record and for the sake of those who are listening and watching us live, Mr. President, yung enterprise-based education and training po kasi yan ho ang pinakamataas na employment rate at pinakamalaking pinagkukuhanan ng ating TVET sector na paglikha ng trabaho dahil tinetrain po sila doon sa workplace nila. So I'm glad, Mr. President, that it's there and thank you.
So Mr. President, there's a 1.6 billion peso allocation for Tulong Trabaho. Dati ho wala yun eh. So that's the new amount added this year, Mr. President.
And portion will be allotted.
The entire amount, Mr. President.
The entire amount will be EBET na.
Correct, Mr. President. The entire amount can be used for EBET, Mr.
Can
President.
be used.
Yeah.
I will agree with that na can be used, but the entire amount to be used in EBET parang hindi po hindi po yun magsasubscribe doon po sa spirit of the law that we passed, which is the trabaho para sa bayan law.
The direction of the department when we were consulting with him, buong tulong trabaho gagamitin na po sa EBET. Yun po yung direction nila this coming 2026, Mr. President. Yeah. But pwedeng gamitin ho.
Yeah.
Pwedeng gamitin.
May I just put into the records my reservation kung lahat gagamitin, but may be used, Mr. President.
Yes, may be used, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, before we leave education, two questions lang, sir, or two topics education. How much does DepEd have for the purchase of land for new schools or for additional schools?
1 billion. About 1 billion, Mr. President.
And then how much for classrooms?
About 85 billion, Mr. President.
85 billion?
Yes.
And tama ho ba na, I lost track because when I was a young congressman, dapat 1 hectare yung lupa and then naging 5,000 square. I'm not sure now kasi especially you can build vertically,
yes,
diba?
Mr. President.
But assuming highly urbanized and 25,000 per square, 1,000 square is 25 million already. And of course, we want bigger pieces of land.
Yeah.
Would it be possible that you merge the two? It's classrooms and purchase of land, just so that may flexibility yung DepEd. Kasi I'll give you an example, no? I don't know. I'm sure you also know about your city, but like sa amin, mas mahirap yung pagbili ng lupa. Pero pag nakabili yung lupa, the city is willing to put up the schools kasi meron naman sa SEF. So it's finding the land, but also the tricky process of buying it because iba talaga ang zonal ng BIR, iba yung appraised. Despite the law you passed, you sponsored and authored, di ba, on the real property tax. But if DepEd, hindi ko sinasabing DepEd instead of the LGU, but if DepEd does it with the LGU, or at least if the classroom fund can augment, because the lack of classrooms are very much seen dun sa may 2 and 3 shifts.
Tama ho.
At dun sa may 2 and 3 shifts,
urban areas,
di ba?
Yeah.
Are areas na mahal yung lupa.
Yeah.
So is that possible,
So, Mr. President, and this is also part of the intervention ni Senator Bam, pwede na hong mag-lease yung DepEd, pwede na rin ho silang bumili ng existing schools, pwede rin ho silang bumili ng existing buildings. So marami na hong modality na pwede pong nakasama marami ng modality nakasama po dito sa basic education facilities. So pwede na rin ho sila mag-partner with LGUs. Nakikita ko ho ang mangyayari dyan, they'll partner with LGU. LGU bibili ng lupa kasi mabilis bumili ng LGU and then they'll put up the school. So maraming modalities.
First, I'd like to recognize kasi sa NEP 135 lang, HGAB to us 97. So if you're 1 billion, malaking increase na yon. But yun nga, yung pwede bang under the same title dun sa 85B? So just in case that during the implementation in 2026, may flexibility ang DepEd. Ang problema kasi sa lease, under the law, the principal follows the accessory follows the principal. So halimbawa, yung may-ari gusto lang i-lease ng 10 years. Pagka gumastos ka ng 300 million sa building, yung building na yun doon na sa may-ari. Kung kung yung lupa ay medyo malayo at marami, di ba in the olden days, if a landowner had 20 hectares, walang kalye, he'll donate 5,000 square 1 hectare, gagawa ng gobyerno ng kalye, gagawa ng school, they'll all benefit, di ba? But nowadays, in highly urbanized, mahirap pumanap ng malalaking lupa.
Mahirap po talaga.
So, and unless the lease is really so market value, yung 25 years. But even yung 25 years, yung accessory will follow the principle. So I hope it works.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it won't, but parang mas practical yung bili. So yun lang ang question ko, no? I'm happy with the 1 billion, Pero kung kasi magmumultiply yung 85 billion eh.
Yeah.
If many LGUs have a special education fund panggawa ng building pero wala lang silang lupa.
Ang concern ko lang, I see the point of the minority leader. Ang concern ko lang, pag i-merge natin doon sa basic education facilities, baka maubos yung pera sa pangbili ng lupa. So ang nakikita ko model, yung LGU can buy the land, tapos mag-partnership with DepEd magpapatayo
I
ng
think
lupa.
I have the opposite view. Kasi nga mahirap bumili yung LGU na ano pa sila na nag-ahente sa lupa eh. But maybe I'll bring it up again sa BICAM. Ang pwede naman, we might not have that time for that today. Ang pwede rin halimbawa, bilhin ng DepEd, pero may commitment yung LGU that they will build on it ASAP. Diba? So if LGU A says, I have 200 million for the building, but bigay mo sa akin yung lupa. I mean, a combination of it. Both samples work. It depends talaga in the area, no?
Yeah,
may mga LGU talaga na ang bilis
I'm sure sa Taguig, mahal na ngayon ang lupa ngayon.
Yes.
Sa Valenzuela, medyo mahal na rin. Yeah.
Mahal and then
malilit ang cuts na
mabilis lumaki yung population. And then to God's grace, maganda yung yung schools eh. Kasi aircon, 7 floors, may elevator, may computer system.
I think they're also looking at building mga more than 4 or 5 floors. May mga models na sila, school building na may elevator na rin. So
hindi na kami nagbi-build less than 7 floors in the last 6, 7, more or less, no? But yung nga problema, even if you build pataas, yung open ground, 'di ba, yung
open
ano
space.
natin, yung experiences natin lalo sa elementary, 'di ba? You can play a little bit sa
garden,
dirt,
may open
may garden,
space,
may gardening and everything, no? The other one is I'm happy that DepEd simplified yung strands and then may 2 track na lang, no? Having said that, from the start, ang pangako ng K-12 is pag graduate mo, NC2 ka na eh. So of course, the EDCOM outlined all of that, no? But kung walang pera, kahit na pang pilot school, so for example, no, ang Don Bosco noon, di ba? From automotive to electrical, electronics, di ba? When I was in high school, you know, we admired them for having that. So when we passed K-12, yun yung ina-expect ko, na yung letter A, National High School will focus on automotive, then they will have motorcycles and cars, and will have garages, and di ba? Tapos High School B, coding at computer, they'll have Apple Labs, they'll have everything. Wala eh. 'Di ba? So, hindi ba tayo maglalagay na kahit pang pilot dun sa kanilang strands, kahit na let's say 10 schools in Mindanao, 10 schools in Visayas, etc.
Meron na pong na-allocate na 348 million for certificate, 48 million for certifications. Ito po yung binibigay na certification sa mga senior high school. Intervention to namin
but I'm talking about the equipment. Kasi we promised students, we promised parents. Magdadagdag ka ng 2 years, pero tech box style na rin to, or kung academic, or di ba, or halimbawa sports. Pero wala namang facilities eh, wala namang gamit eh. So it's an empty promise until we put money in it.
Meron ho silang, ang DepEd meron pong basic education inputs. About 186 billion po ang budget for basic education inputs.
But anyway, until I see not only one but a couple of high schools really building up their strands and tracks, di ba? I'll continue asking for this.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, nung session natin the other day, no, pinag-usapan natin transparency. And we brought up the committee report kung saan more or less 400 billion. And mismo naman sa concurrent resolution number 4 na lahat naman tayo mo dito, transcripts, di ba, pati ng technical working group will be uploaded. Na-upload na ba?
Ina-upload na ho. Ipapa-upload.
Ipapa-upload na.
Ipapa-upload na po.
So, let me just explain very briefly, 1 minute, why that's important. Some people were asking me na, bakit may magsasuggest ba ng pangit? Di ba? So, sa technical working group, everyone suggests something good. It's not a matter of suggesting something that's not good. Look at the Kong look at the contractors na nagka-leche-leche sa DPWH, di ba? Pag nagbigay ka naman ng project, maganda naman yun eh. Ang punto is yung conflict of interest. So for example, no, may aangal ba kapag crop insurance? Pero baka naman yung naglalabi na dagdagan yung crop insurance ay ahente ng insurance. Di ba? Archipelago tayo. So we need more seaports. We need more RoRo. We need more ferries. We want yung mga cruise ships. Pero baka naman yung nagsasabing, oh, lagay mo sa ganitong probinsya yung mga seaports, contractor pala ng seaports, di ba? So that's the spirit of us asking, sino ba ang nag-recommend doon? Because it could be a good project. I could say na, imagine 10 years, hindi bumibili ng libro yung DepEd. Yung pala, yung nagsasuggest noon, ahente pala ng libro. So we have to protect against conflict of interest. So not only is it important na ma-upload, but then ma-identify natin later on. I mean, if this was an ordinary bill at kompleto to, we wouldn't be asking you na magtanong kami ng ganito, no? So stunting, last two topic, yung sa stunting.
Actually, yun rin po ang suggestion ni Senator Bam. In fact, he reiterated it a few days ago. At committed po ang committee to upload the transcript of the TWG, Mr. President.
Sorry, pinadala ni Senator Joel, sabi niya, MPBF GAB 111 billion, committee report 87 billion, second reading 56 billion. What's the reason for the huge decrease, and how will the government optimization program be implemented given the significant decrease? What's about the DBM? DBM said that there's a 10B additional.
Tama.
So I guess ang question niya lang bakit bumaba and if will it be enough for...
Actually, interagency ho yan. So we transferred close to 30 billion for the subsistence. So yung mga agency, diniretso na ho natin sa agencies yung subsistence allowance ho nila.
Ako satisfied sa sagot mo, hindi ko alam si Senator Joel pero pinatanong lang naman. So dun nga sa anti-stunting, meron po ba tayong nagawa between the SWD, DOH and maybe a lot from the LGSF?
Yeah, meron ho tayong additional funds sa DSWD for supplementary feeding program. So meron ho doon, and they can also reach the 0 to 5 with that program, yes. Mr. President.
No, but specifically, Mr. Chairman, di ba, we said yung 2.4 ng DOH na hindi na-approve. We agreed that we will put something there, but then wag naman buo sa kanila. Ilalagay natin sa... Sorry if I interpreted it wrong, but I took it as a commitment from you na sa 2.4B, whether it's half B, 1B, maglalagay tayo. We all agreed lang na hindi pwedeng DPW, hindi pwedeng DOH lang, no? Okay.
Meron ho tayong sa LGSF rin po na pwedeng gamitin for stunting, Mr. President.
Sige, at the right time sa BICAM, whether it's from AIX, TUPAD, and LGSF.
So meron hong 3 billion for supplementary, yes, and about 450.
And for the record, para hindi siya maging pork barrel or just a personal advocacy, what I'm suggesting is the top 5 or top 10 local government units, provinces na pinakamataas yung rate, yung lampas 28, 20, mga 28%. No? Yun yung suggest ko na targeted. Because without the targeting, paikot-ikot tayo every year. They're just telling us that they did more, but actually, they're not delivering more. No?
So yung 450 po sa LGSF, pwede pong gamitin to target the top provinces with high malnutrition.
But may I suggest that we together, or whoever's interested, have special provisions on that, di ba? Pati AIX tupad, para clear kung magkano. Kung hindi, then we'll have to give it to DOH. Ang problema ko lang dun sa 2.4 billion ng DOH, they're already managing the 20B and parang walang point person doon eh. So, I mean, di ba, when it's a priority, it's either a priority or not. And when we're serious or not. And I'm only asking really that we be serious in the top 5. I mean, serious about everything sa anti-stunting, but serious about having this program sa top 5 para makita nga natin kung bababa talaga yung incidents ng pagkabansot sa mga areas na yun. No? So, President, sa earlier recommendation ko na may 3-year, 5-year plan, sama na natin lahat ng ano, di ba? For example,
for stunting.
For example, I'm talking more of infra.
Okay.
Di ba? So, for example, classrooms.
I think si Senator Bam just passed the cap bill, not yet, but
Yeah.
on the way na yun para
Yeah. But
bumasa.
I'm talking the budgeting side, di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
K-12 is a law, pero di naman natin pinondohan tama, eh, di ba?
Yeah.
Over the years, no? Not just tayo. But what I'm saying is that includes irrigation, that includes farm-to-market roads, that includes barangay health centers. By no means is my list exhaustive. Ang point ko lang, let's, total, nandun tayo sa transparency, accountability, di ba?
Yes.
So, ipakita natin sa mga tao, under the 20th Congress, ang kulang is X number of kilometers sa farm-to-market road. Ang gagawin this year is ganito. In 5 years, magagawa yan.
Actually, during the budget briefings, marami rin lumabas sa mga agencies na meron silang project pero fina-fund lang nila every year. Hindi natin makita kung ano yung end goal.
Yes.
No? So we requested, I remember DICT, gagawa siya ng data center, pero every year niya hinihingi. So ano bang end goal? Yeah. So we'll request from the agencies. And na-observe ko rin ho yan during
and of course,
budget deliberations.
for example, sa irrigation, sasabihin nila, ganito kilometers or ganito ang covered. Pag in-inspect mo, hindi gumagana.
Yes.
Diba? But that's what I'm saying na if we were a private corporation and you said you had 10 branches, inspect mo yung 3 branch, sarado, fired yung manager mo eh.
Tama.
Pero sa atin, parang parating moving target. No?
Yan yung exactly ginamit kong term, moving target to. Kasi hindi natin malaman.
Yeah.
Every year may allocation, but hindi malaman kung kailan matatapos. So,
I actually have a lot more questions, but I think we can work it out.
yeah,
sa
we'll
BICAM.
request from the agencies.
But I just like to clarify. So we're going to vote on second reading today, but we'll receive on Saturday the line by line.
The line by line, Mr. President.
So,
together with the annexes na rin, Mr.
so
President.
we have that commitment now. Hindi tayo boboto ng third reading ng hindi medyo klaro. Kasi nga, in the spirit of transparency,
Yes, Mr.
diba? Mahirap naman na pagbobotohan tapos hindi pala yun ang laman.
Kasama po pati yung mga annexes, kasama rin po doon.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Minority Leader.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much to our minority floor leader, to the minority. We'd like to also thank the sponsor for all his answers on the questions, interpellations given to him by our colleagues. Mr. President, with that, I move to close the period of amendments. So moved.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. President, with that, I move to approve on second reading House Bill number 4058 under Committee Report number 18.
Is there any objection?
Yeah, you just vote.
Hearing none, the motion is approved. House Bill number 4058 is approved on second reading.
Mr. President.
Yes, Senator Cayetano.
Just for the record, Mr. President, I vote no as of today for the reasons I mentioned a while ago. This is such a great opportunity for a game changer budget. It doesn't really promote rural development. The unprogrammed funds are still there. I mean, I've mentioned it, so if I may just submit maybe a 1-2 pager in a future time. But we commit to work with the majority, especially in the BICAM, to achieve. It's a good budget. Don't get me wrong, Mr. President. I acknowledge the work of everyone. I'm just saying I think we can come up with something that really changes the game for the Filipino people. Thank you for this opportunity.
Let the record reflect that the Minority Leader, Senator Cayetano, has voted no on the approval on second reading.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move to Senator, may we recognize Senator Joel Villanueva.
Senator Villanueva is recognized.
Mr. President, may I just put into the record, Mr. President, that I'm also supporting the position of the minority leader, Mr. President. Thank you.
So you vote no. So recorded.
Too big man. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, with that, I move to suspend consideration of House Bill number 4058. So moved.
Is there an objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Mr. President, there are just two other topics on the agenda with the permission of the body and the minority. Okay, Lauren. Where's Madam Laura? Mr. President, yes, may we ask a minute suspension to request our sponsor of the Piña Conservation Movement and the Schools for Living Traditions to propose our amendments.
Session is suspended.
Suspension.